Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to TouchTone Tuesday presents Tell Your Story. And oh, what a story we have. As you know, this is Black History Month, but for us, Black history is every day, 365. And what a guest we have because we have history in the making. It's called Now. You want to call some of your friends, you want to hit that chat box and pull somebody's name in. You maybe just want to text them and tell them that if they're in any type of business, they don't want to miss this segment. Come on in the house and join us. So I won't delay. This is someone I've been waiting for quite a long time, and I am so excited to hear her story right along with you on tonight. So welcome, my guest for Tell Your Story tonight, Black History Moment in the Now, Miss Angela Charles.
Hello so much for having me and happy Black History Month to you guys.
Oh my goodness, you are looking simply divine, and thank you so much for that. We
Thank
received this. Yes, this is our time, this is our hour, and you are certainly a lady of the moment. So I am so excited that you are here, taking time out of your busy schedule just to share with us, and we can't wait to hear this story. So why don't we just get going here? So
you.
why don't you just start with telling us who is Angela?
Well, what I can tell you is that I'm a mother of 5 kids, and I enjoy marketing. But right now, in this moment, like the segment says, I'm still trying to figure out who is Angela. I'm trying to make a name for myself. And I think a lot of people they get caught up in titles and things of that they want to be called or want to be known for. But sometimes you have to step back and take a look in the mirror and find out who you really are and who you're called to serve. And I think that's the point of my life where I'm at right now.
Oh, wow. Wow. That is quite a mouthful and quite a discovery, self discovery, I think, is what I'm hearing from you, which is amazing. Of course, you don't look like you're the mother of five. I'm telling you, just this slim figure, y'all, and so beautiful. And I have to say, they are my grand loves, by the way. So she has blessed me with five of those whom I love to life. But nevertheless, aside from that, it is a discovery pathway. And I'm so glad that you said that. It's an ongoing process. And many people here tonight will be sharing that with you as well. I'm sure they can relate to that. So, man, what a pathway you're on. So tell us a little bit. I know you did a little work, this discovery, but along the way you found an amazing gift. So when did you become a realtor?
So it'll be a year
Yeah.
this month. So uh, I started taking the classes in January. I hit it hard and I studied for 6 weeks. I went to Champion School of Real Estate. If anybody
Mhm.
going to get into real estate, I highly recommend Champion School of Real Estate,
Wow.
as well as a prep agent to prepare for the test. And that's what I did. And in February, I got my license. February or March, around that time, I ended up getting my license. Didn't sell too much of real estate, didn't do anything till about this year. So it definitely starts off slow in real estate until you find out what you're good at. A lot of people get into real estate and they don't have any direction like I didn't. And
Mm.
you have to find direction. So that's why I'm glad to be here. I can tell people exactly what they need to do when they get their license so they don't hit the ground and stumble. They can hit the ground and run.
Wow, wow. That's a lot of ground you covered in a year. As you said, it's kind of hard to start off, but my goodness, you're doing so well with it. And I
Thank
mean, that just, I mean, that grabs me. So what stimulated your interest in real estate?
To be honest, I started a real estate school whenever maybe about 2012 and I didn't finish. And during the pandemic, I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and finish real estate school.
Mm,
So I went on ahead and finished and I got my license and I didn't really have a desire to sell homes or anything. The money that they make is pretty good, but the desire wasn't there. Um,
mhm.
so, that's something that I had to learn along the way. I really
Yeah.
got my license just to get it.
Mhm.
Um, and that I found some substance once I got it.
Wow. I like that. I like that. Just kind of dove right into it, or took that dive, and there you were. So you mentioned the pandemic, 2012 didn't quite work out, wasn't quite there, but something about the pandemic. So in what ways did the pandemic affect you as you pursued this industry?
Because a lot of us had to stay home with our children, and we just started picking up like little tasks and things that generate revenue. Real estate wasn't the first thing that I did. I tried to sell makeup. I tried to do websites. I tried to do mobile apps. I tried to do all these things. And it's okay. Sometimes you have to do a lot of things to find out which one you like. And
Mm-hmm.
glad that I picked up real estate and marketing, because those two now are my passions. Well, I always been a marketer, but the organic marketing is what really brings me joy.
Yeah. So you just had to find that niche in
Yes.
real estate that would
Mhm.
work for you, and then, of course, putting the marketing with it, which you already had the skill set for, and it was just kind of a win-win thing for you at that point.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, and we certainly see it. We certainly see it. So how do you wanna help your community with this new passion? Because, we're talking about a lot of changes since the pandemic.
The way I want to help them, I want them to help them to understand that um, you can get your real estate license for free. Keller Williams has this free program where you can study, you can take prep agent, you can get your license, and I don't have to leave my house to sell real estate. I literally sit at home behind my computer and sell real estate. You can be a referral agent. You can do a transaction coordinator and make up to $100 per contract that you do. Um, apartment locating, which is so easy. I love doing apartment locating. I had to get a coach to teach me. His name is Pierre Meggi. He's awesome, and he taught me the ropes to apartment locating. And ever since then, I was able to figure out a way to have my team run my apartment locating business, so I don't even have to do that.
Oh
I
my
just call
gosh.
the apartments and make sure they got my invoice to pay.
Exactly. So you're not just business person, but this is now entrepreneur, as you have a team that runs a subset of the business for you while you pursue the organic marketing aspect, which we'll speak a little bit about that a little bit later. But man, that's amazing.
So my whole real estate business is ran by, like you say, my team.
Mhm.
My passion is teaching marketing. So I get to, it's a win-win.
Exactly, exactly. So you still have that income, which is running by itself, and then you're pursuing your passion, your love, and the other aspect of the industry, which sounds a little bit more like the coaching, as you said, that part of it. Okay,
Yes,
wow, wow. I like that. And then that balance to be able to be at home as an at-home mom too, or take which is the major job, obviously, but you're doing it so well here.
thank you. Thank you.
I
Yes,
like this. Yeah.
being is a 24-hour job. Sometimes you have to get up 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, turn on Coco Melon or Gracie's Corner, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love them.
And don't leave out Peppa Pig, but that's later.
Oh,
Okay. Love it, love it. So you've gotten this passion now. You've worked your niche out and your corner of the business, and it's really doing its thing. But now, in the midst of stigmas and stereotypes, which I hate to say it, but a lot of your generation gets, by age, by ethnicity, even by gender. I hate to say it. So, with all of this going on, how do you want to change the narrative regarding young Black entrepreneurs as yourself?
I think the way young Black entrepreneurs have to go in thinking is that they want to dominate whatever industry that they're going in, and they have to be that person that they want to be. Just not think it. You have to be it. If you want
Yeah.
to dominate the apartment locating industry, you have to be the face of apartment locating. You want to
Mm,
dominate the face of listing homes or selling homes, you have to dominate that industry. And if
mm,
you're standing firm and making a name for yourself, nobody's gonna forget you and everybody's gonna respect you. So just make sure whenever you're going into business, you know exactly what it is that you want to do. And you're
mm.
gonna stand firm in what you say and mean what you say. And people will take you seriously from there.
Exactly. Now you mentioned some terminology there, and we hear it quite often. Just dominate. When you say
Mhm.
dominate, put that in layman's terms for us. Dominate for you. How did you start to dominate the market and make your face the face of this
I, I
particular entity?
I just started making noise, you know. I just started being loud with everything that I did and respectfully, you know.
Mhm.
And God's grace, make sure I put him first, and then putting all my passion into what it is that I wanted to do. You know, I would set my goals and
Mhm.
I would execute them. And that's how I feel like you dominate. If you make a plan and you're able to follow through on your actions and your plans, then
Mhm.
eventually you'll be number one, the go-to
Mhm.
person.
Yeah. So essentially, you come through, and people
Yeah.
see. Because now you guys, I would see her. She's being very a little bit modest here tonight, but I see her Facebook ads. I see the promos that she puts out. I see the tips that she offers and says, "Hey, you could try this, this, this." I see her on Instagram. I see the TikTok videos. So when she's saying dominate, she's been a little modest here. She's actually doing what she says she's, and she's doing it well. She's doing it very well. And then to share, even some of the amazing coaches that she's had the opportunity to work with, not to mention firms. And that thing that I heard back there, I always like that four-letter word, free. So for someone who may be interested in
Mhm.
obtaining a real estate license, she said something key back there, free. Free, the teaching tools there. You got to do the work. She's doing
Yes.
the work, but free. That says a lot. But I just wanted to make sure that, I stated her case. It's a little bit understated there. She is working hard to dominate the market. And I wanted you to know some of the things that she's doing. So you guys got to go check out her page. I always want to make sure I say that. So tell us about this organic marketing, because we're old school here, so to speak. And I know you try to teach these dinosaurs some stuff here. Some of us are coming towards the 21st century, but for some of us who are a little bit slow, that turtle lag there. Tell us about organic marketing.
For me, um, organic marketing is building a relationship and an audience from people that are already following you. So,
Mhm.
say for you have maybe 3,000 friends on Facebook, you have 3,000 leads. So, organic marketing is just taking your conversation and your content and speaking to those leads that you already have on your friends list. Also, going in other places where your ideal client is, making conversations with them, getting to know them genuinely so that the services that you offer, you mean what you say and you love what you're doing and you genuinely want to help them. So organic marketing for me is just making that connection with the outside, bringing them on the inside, and then executing on your promises, delivering what you say you're going to do.
Yeah, I
And
kind of like.
an ad or anything, just like the post that I made today about apartment locating. I made
Mhm.
a post. It was an organic post, and I got 3 leads from it. So it's just you just got to talk to the people because they're listening, and a lot of people
Mhm.
caught up on, well, I only got 2 or 3 likes, or nobody's liking my page, this and that, yada yada. All that stuff doesn't matter because eventually you're either gonna get an inbox, a comment, or something. They're gonna come to you. I literally just got an inbox from somebody that I wanted to work with from last year, and I was just like, finally get to meet with you. So, I mean, eventually those leads and the people that you want to work with are going to come to you. Just got to make sure that you're talking to them, telling them what they need to hear, giving them helpful tips and advice so that when that time comes, you're able to help them when they need to. They need it.
Yeah, yeah. And all of that, I'm hearing something too that sometimes we don't always hear. I'm hearing the fact that it's very genuine. It's not just pulling them out, but it's genuine to get them a genuine connection with what
Yes.
they're really interested in and what they need. And that speaks a lot. That speaks loud and clear to me. So I heard that when you said that. Now, how did you get over the shyness? I know it's not one of our questions, but for some of us who are a little bit introverted.
Yes. So I'm still a little shy, but when you want to dominate something, you have to take your fears and the things that you're not comfortable with, and you have to put them behind you, because if not, your competition is going to do it, and then your competition leads, competition is going to make you money. So you
Mhm.
either to do the things that are hard for you to do to get the money that you never made, or you can just not do it at all and miss out on great opportunities by being shy or bashful and things like that. A lot of times we have to, even in my coaching program, we go through
Mhm.
mindset issues, mindset worksheets, and mindset workshops, because a lot of times it's things from our past that we need to deal with in order to take some of that shyness out, take some of those things that might have hurt us in the past. And even I do it today. I take a list and I write down, I am beautiful, I am a great mother, I am this, I am that. Sometimes we need to tell ourselves these things so we don't forget the good that we are, because a
Yeah.
lot of, nobody's perfect. We all did bad in our lives before, and a lot of times we let that hold us down. But what I suggest, if that's an issue for some people, if you having things that are holding you down from your past, write them down. Write down 5 things that you feel like are holding you down, and then write down 5 things that you're gonna do to change it. So that maybe will help somebody with some issues like that.
Oh, wow. That's good. That's good. So you start off with affirmations in
Mhm.
the day, affirming, who you are. And I
Yeah.
think that is so important, no matter what industry we're in. I think we all have to stop by the mirror before we really get started and remind ourselves, as you said, who we are as we're evolving. The first thing that you shared with us, still learning here, the self-discovery. But along the way, what have we found out? I am good. I am beautiful. I am
Yeah.
smart. I am intelligent. I am on top and can't be stopped. That's just a few of mine, from the mornings that I get going with. And it just really, resonates with me when you speak about that, because, many of our audience tonight, and those who will connect, those who will even watch after this, many of them, that has been the obstacle, you
Mhm.
know, that has been the stumbling block. It has nothing to do with talent, skill sets, or even intellect, but it's that inward thing that stops us many times.
Let me
And
say
wow.
too, sometimes it's posts that I make that I'm really uncomfortable making,
Mhm.
be shyness or whatever it may be. I post it and I put my phone down. I go away. I don't want to see if anybody's reacting, anybody's commenting, or anything. So sometimes it's good to just post something that you're not really comfortable with and leave it. Walk away. At least you posted the content. You have to be consistent in organic marketing, because if not, then nobody will take you seriously. So every day I'm posting, every day I'm doing something, whether if I want to or not. And it goes to being, back to consistency. If you're
Yeah.
not consistent, nobody's gonna want to work with you. So
Oh, wow. Great tip. Great tip. Great tip. I'm putting this down, y'all. Listen, I'm a dinosaur, but I'm coming into the 21st century. So, you guys will see some work here, but this is helping me even. So, girl, you're just doing a fantastic job over there. So just keep helping me. I feel the energy coming. This is good.
mm,
So we've got these pop-ups, we get these pop-ups all the time in this area, this organic marketing, as we say, sharing the content, etc. Technology ever changing. What 3 areas, in your opinion, gives credibility and validity to an organic marketing strategy coach or digital business site?
well, I will say this: in the year 2025, this industry is going to go up by $2.5 trillion. So
Wow.
right now is the time to get into it and make a name for yourself.
Yeah.
Um, so like I said, I will highly suggest people sit down and figure out what they're passionate about, what they're good at, what they want to do. The three
Mhm.
main pillars are health, wealth, and fitness. You
Yeah.
know, figure out which one of those three you want to dominate in. Pick
Mhm.
out a niche, target our audience, and deliver on your promises. Because and that's just the first step, because
Wow.
then we go to scaling the business to where it actually takes you out of the business and you have a team running your whole thing for you. So I'm literally in the morning, I'm watching TV and my business is running for me,
How
and
is
the
that?
point, I want to get everybody to I even, try to help so many people in my community and they just don't listen. I get more response from people that are out of Texas, or I even have clients in Pakistan. It's good to make connections and network with different people, because
Mhm.
the mindset of we want to help just our community, we
Yeah.
won't get anywhere. So it's better to help people that want that want your help, and
Mhm.
then once the community sees that, then they're gonna want to come and work with you,
It's
because I believe we have some kind of principality over our community, to where
Mhm.
they want to see stuff, and they have people in their ears, or they have these accusations about people, or they going off who you were in high school or middle school or
Mhm.
whatever, and it stops a lot of people from where they need to go in life. So I would highly suggest that you market yourself to people all over the world, and not just limit yourself to the community.
Yeah. So really broaden our perspective as
Mm,
far as you said, marketing and scaling, all of those things that we're getting used to that terminology as she speaks. But making sure that we don't, quote unquote, as we say, leave money on the table.
yes.
Yes, because we were looking at an audience perhaps that we're accustomed to, but that
Mm,
audience is not responding to what we have available. And as you mentioned, I was going to ask you, that was going to be my next question. So I'm so glad you answered that. What did you think the obstacle was to that? And you mentioned, that something, that ceiling, that principality, I think was your wording
mm,
on that, with different conversations, or perhaps not understanding, perhaps just being just negative, or what we would call a negative aura. So that those types of things holding the community back.
yeah.
And yeah, yeah. And how do you think, you said time, of course, and seeing the results, of course.
And things like that we're doing here, you
Mhm,
know, will maybe help somebody. It's not many people in our community doing really anything positive right now. Where I'm from, it's maybe like a handful of people. Everybody want to be a business owner, but nobody really has the business owner mindset. One
mhm,
minute they're selling clothes, the next minute they cussing out their sister-in-law, baby cousin Tracy, and
yeah.
business you can't do that, and sometimes um, we can't, even though we have people who we want to maybe collaborate with.
Mhm,
You got to remember that people are representing you when you collab with them. So if
mhm,
they click on their page and they're cussing everybody out, they're gonna think you're the same way. So
mhm,
it's just better to know who you're collabing with before you collab with them. Get to know them really good, because you don't want to tarnish your name as soon as you come out, because it's really easy in social
mhm.
media to go from here to there.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, or make one post and it'll go viral on you. So you have to be really careful.
Mhm.
Even me, had some people try to come against me, with negativity, but Psalm 25 says that God won't let me be put to shame in front of my enemies. So
Amen to that.
he's been on my side this whole ride, and
Mhm.
cannot do business without him. I'm telling you now, you'll lose.
Amen to that. Yeah, because when you mentioned that thing, that principality, of course, we're speaking, a little bit shallow with respect to it tonight, but it does have great bearing. There is no doubt. She's sharing one of the books I sent her. So yeah, she definitely knows what she's talking about. And so that energy that comes through, which only our faith in God can overcome and keep us present in the moment and keep us pursuing the goal that he has in front of us. And it's going to take that, and certainly us doing our work, but that's in the forefront. Yeah.
Yes.
And the work is a guarantee. So thank you so much for sharing that, because we've missed so much. We're sharing this moment in Black history, you guys, with Miss Angela Charles, as we're telling her story tonight. She's telling her story tonight on Tell Your Story. But we think about things such as Black Walmart, or Black Wall Street, so to speak. Excuse me, I'm in the Walmart zone, guys. I just left that. But anyway, Black Wall Street, and we think of those things, but for us, Black or not, we just want Wall Street. And here is a segment in which she is sharing with us on how we're going to get there. Those statistics you shared, by the way, were staggering.
Yes.
In the $2+ trillion market in about 3 years.
If you pay attention now and you see everybody online selling something, selling a course, it's happening now. So
Yeah.
just imagine, like I said, 2025, where it's gonna be. So you have to make a name for yourself now. So in 2025, you're the go-to person.
Mhm.
Um,
As you said, the face of.
the face of it. Yes.
And those three areas you mentioned were also very striking because we're seeing the turn, especially with the pandemic now. Health, we've always known, is at the forefront. Wealth, of course, and then fitness now, because we learned quite a few things from the pandemic, that really the fittest survive is what the pandemic taught us. Underlying issues and those things really took a toll with regards to this health crisis. So yeah, that's amazing information, very vital information. Wow, wow, wow. I like it. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Now, you mentioned digital business. I wanted you to break that down for just a second, and because you talked
Uh,
about the organic market.
what I mean by digital business is course creator, ebooks,
Mhm,
webinars, mini courses. It's so
mhm,
many things. White label products. These are things that y'all should be writing down, because these are things that even my friends are. One of my friends, she makes $25,000 a month creating in Canva white label products. So, and a white label product is basically something that you can use and resell as your own. So there's so many different platforms you can even go to check out, um, white label products. Get somebody, a copywriter, to create you an ebook.
mhm,
And one of those websites is Fiverr.com. You can go on Fiverr.com, find you a copywriter for an ebook, and have sit down with them and jot down some ideas. Let them know what you want your book to be about. You can sell it on Amazon, Audible, all these different platforms, and make money off of it. So now is the time to get into those programs like Fiverr, and
mhm,
see what kind of digital products you want to make,
mhm,
whether it's courses, ebooks, mini courses, white label products, graphic design, websites. All these things are blowing up. So you definitely want to get to know how to use these products.
mhm,
Another one, I don't know if you guys heard of it, it's called themeforest.com. And what it is it's website templates that you can actually buy for pennies on a dollar, redesign, and sell for high ticket. I see it happen all the time. I see
mhm,
people sell $52 templates for like $600-700. So these are the things that we need to get familiar with and
mhm,
start knowing how to design in Wix, knowing how to design in WordPress, knowing how to design funnels, learning how to write, so that when that time comes, you're the go-to person in the industry. And it'll be so lovely to have people in our community that offer these services, so we don't have to go to Pakistan. We don't have to go to Africa. We don't have to go to China to find these things. They're right here at home.
And so we're keeping the money, as you said, home instead of
Mhm.
outsourcing. I mean, you guys
Not
are, yeah.
wrong with that, because some of the best friends I have are a world away that I never met.
Yeah,
But so many people need money in our community.
exactly. What you said was a mouthful. Again, one more time, the pandemic uncovered and unleashed quite a few things, including loss of job, livelihood, of course. 401ks dwindled because people were having to live on that or survive on that. So it taught us that we do need a reserve somewhere, and we need to know what's happening in the now. And of course, this is the new normal.
Mhm.
We're not going to go back to what we knew pre-pandemic. So I hope you guys are taking this down. Go ahead. I think there's something else.
And what I do, like I gave you guys the ebooks and the webinars and the mini courses. What I do is I show you how to take the product that you made and make money off of it
Wow.
organically. So I can show anybody how to make money with anything. If you want to sell shoestrings, we can make it happen. But as long as you have a product, you got to have a product when you come to me. Or like I have some people that come to me with ideas. They come to me with ideas. We're gonna structure the business, and
Mhm.
then we we're gonna hit the ground running. But as long as you have an idea or a product, I can help you scale it.
Oh, wow. I hope you guys are writing this down. And I'm just, she's going to leave information, that type of thing, but we're going to make sure you know how to contact her because this is something that's necessary. So, in your opinion, within the next 3 years, should there really be any of us who are listening tonight, if we're listening well, taking notes, and then implementing, the tips that you've had, obviously accessing your services as well. With all of that being said, is there any one of us that should not be a millionaire in 3 years?
Absolutely not. I'm telling you, if people take just maybe 5 or 10% of what they getting on their income tax return and invest it in business, it's no way they won't be a millionaire by in 3 years. My coach, one of my coaches, Ashley Massengill, we
Mhm.
literally sat and watched her make 1.2 million in 40 minutes.
Oh my
1.2
gosh.
in 40 minutes selling a digital product.
Wow.
And Ashley is a force to be reckoned with, but she started
Mhm.
just like us.
Yeah.
She left her job at the post office, and she just went full force in her credit repair business, and she went from credit repair to teaching people how she made her money,
Mhm.
and she's been going. So, Ashley is another great
Yeah.
example of what the digital age can do for somebody like us, because she's a young Black woman just like us.
And obviously, as I'm listening to you, just a side note, because I want to make sure that everybody gets all of the tips and the details and what I call the nuances and caveats of the system. But one of the things that we hear when we're talking about this particular market is that one of the things that we hear often is, "Oh my God, that costs money." But I'm hearing these names, which are obviously top in their industries. As you said, many of them self-taught, and so they're sharing the benefits of their knowledge, what worked, what didn't work, to kind of make sure that we can navigate around that. But it is investment because of their knowledge and because they are proven at this point. So what do you say to people who say, "Man, that just costs too much. I can't do this one. That's a grip, doc. Sorry."
I can't tell you how many people I gave my price to go away and try to do it on their own, and I'm watching them spend money, spend, and then they come back to me like, "Look, I can't do it." You literally have to, and I tell people exactly what they need to do, but sometimes you need your hand held, and your time is your most valuable asset, and that's why my
Mhm,
program is. Um, Sometimes I'm up in the night, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, coaching my clients
mhm.
that's getting product the next morning.
Yeah.
So it's definitely an investment. And for me, one of my coaches, John Lewis, his program starts at $25,000, but
Mm,
he's showing you the way. So if somebody's gonna show you how to get from A to
mm,
Z in this amount of time, it's worth it than you spending your money all year long just
mhm.
to be in the same circle, same thing, and
Exactly.
not getting any results because you're missing the key points in what it takes for a business to scale. And nobody's going to tell it to you for free.
Exactly. Because it costs you something to obtain it. And one of my favorite passages, without going too far into this, is from David when he says, "I'll give to God. I will give God nothing. I won't give God something that costs me nothing." And many times we think that we can obtain something for nothing.
Mhm.
But, the way I'm thinking about this now is that it's a great college education, actually a whole lot less than that,
Yes.
especially these days. And you're coming out with a ready-made job, something that you can follow your passion on, that you love getting up to do every day. And this
Yes.
is what she's sharing now.
I literally had a girl 2 weeks ago come to me. She was like, "Man, I need help. I want to do something." And I was like, "What do you want to do?" She was like, "My credit bad." I said, "Well, you can start your own credit repair company, fix your credit." And it's people who want to take action that I love working with, because what
Mhm.
we did was we structured her business. We set up everything the way she wanted it to be set up. We got her business email address. Another thing everybody needs to work on too. these www at I mean not www, these email addresses with yahoo.com or
Mhm.
gmail.com. Need to
Mhm.
get those and get us a G Suite account and get us a professional email address that goes along
Mhm.
with our business. But we set everything up for her, and today, before she even launched her company, she's already got 2 paid clients.
Wow.
So it's just about knowing what you want to do and being dedicated to it, and just going full force. Sometimes a lot of people gonna tell you no. I get told no all the time,
Mm.
but we can't dwell on it, and that's why it's important to have different streams of income. So when one say no, you have something saying yes on the other end.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, I hear that multiple streams of income. Oh my goodness, y'all, I'm listening to this. She's already answered my next question, which was how are you building while coaching? And she's telling you how she's building while coaching. She has an entire team running the other side of the business for her so that she can pursue her passion, multiple streams of income. And literally all you walk in with is an idea or a product, and she takes it from there. That's amazing to me. That's amazing to me. And that $1.42 million in about 42 seconds, that one got me too.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So it tells us that wealth is available, that Wall Street is available. You can even do it from home. So we have no reason to fear, and we certainly have no reason to fear failure because there's so much success that she's just presented here for us. So I'm just touched by this. I'm touched. I hope you guys are good and put some stuff in the chat, and that way we can get some information from her. Go ahead. I'm
A lot
enjoying
of people don't want something because somebody else is doing it. But I had a lady, her name is Erica. She's in Beaumont. She does income tax. She told me about 3 years ago. She said if you walk down the bread aisle, it's Sunbeam, Hill Country Fairs, all these different types of breads.
it.
And every last one of them are multi-million-dollar companies.
Oh, that's
So
good.
that what somebody else is doing just like you stop you because something is unique about Sunbeam bread. I feel like it's the softest and the creamiest. Hill Country Fair, I want some Hill Country Fair. I know it might be a little healthy bread.
Yeah.
You just figure out what makes you special, what makes you unique, and
Mhm.
and just go from there. I have a lot of people that I'm friends with. They're on my timeline. They do marketing. They're organic coaches, and they'll tag me on something. I'll tag them on something. There's so
Mhm.
much wrong
Yeah.
because it's so many communities that's lacking knowledge, and we're
Yeah.
here to teach them. So, um, if somebody's doing the exact same thing as you, so what? Collab with them.
Right. I love that idea because we're perishing for the lack
Mhm.
of knowledge. You mentioned that because we have so many subsets in our community, but then to collaborate because one of my things is I don't have to, reinvent the wheel, but I don't
Mhm.
mind riding with you either.
Right.
Yeah, that's one of mine. I don't have to reinvent the wheel, but I'm gonna roll with you.
Mhm.
And we're going to get there together. So we have to collaborate because there's certainly enough of the pie to go around, and we learn so many things. And as you said, that networking is not only pivotal, it's powerful.
Before you network, research though, because you
Mhm.
don't want to network with just anybody. You want to make sure that they're on the same level as you.
Mhm.
Um, Scripture in the Bible, if we can go there, what he says, if they not like you, you got to come up from among them. You're gonna
Yeah.
have to let some of those friends go, let some of those followers go. That's
Mhm.
not going where you want to go because what's gonna happen is it's gonna bring you down.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna be depressed. You're gonna be, all these different things
Mhm.
because you have people so say behind you that are no good for you.
Oh
Sometimes
yeah.
to let them go and just stay your course, and eventually they'll see the light shining from you and they
Mhm.
might turn their ways
Yeah.
and follow you.
Wow. And I'm just so amazed, such wisdom coming out of someone so young. And you guys, I mean, you must be changing your mind about this generation now with this example we have before us. I am just so proud of you. So honored to know you, first of all, and to just see you excelling and successful in an area that you absolutely love. I mean, you just beam when you talk about it. So it tells me you're in the right place. This is where you're supposed to be. So tell me, in 20 years, as we bring this to a close, and we'll have some of her information, you guys can certainly put in the chat, or you guys can email me. And I'm getting that business email too, by the way, because you just helped me with that tip. I told you she just teaches me all the time. But tell me, in 20 years, what do you hope your children would say about you as you establish and then dominate this business sector?
Um, so the Bible also says, a man who leaves nothing to his children, is nothing, right? So I want my children to be able to, look at their mom and say, my mom made it to it. We didn't have to suffer. We didn't have to want for anything. We didn't have to sleep on the floor. We to starve for food. They had everything that they wanted growing up, and that I was able to provide for their children's and their children's children, because eventually I'm gonna be like my coach, making 1.2 million in 40 minutes. So I'm claiming that. So,
Amen. Amen. It won't be long.
I plan to retire at 40. So, if it be God's will, I'll be at the top.
You'll be at the top, and then to retire at 40, because that's so young. What
Yeah.
then?
I want to retire at 40 and just have a whole complete agency of this running for me, children, generating income while I don't have to do anything. I
It's
might sell it and just have them send me a check as an employee or something, however. But I know at 40, I want laying on the beach on some warm sand with the warm water at my feet,
that.
drink cold slushy or something, because
Yeah.
I'm alcohol, but something.
Make sure you call me. I'll
Oh,
be
you yeah. So on Tuesday, on TouchTone Wednesday, so you can make it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do these recordings over here, and I'll definitely be ready. In fact, we can just record on location, so we're good. Well, guys, I gotta tell you, I have so enjoyed our guest on tonight as we celebrate moments in Black history. And for us, as we open up, we're celebrating the now in those moments. And we had with us none other than Miss Angela Charles. I could not have imagined opening up any other way as we enter this post-pandemic season and we walk into the new normal and what that looks like for us. I think the future's looking pretty bright, y'all. I think it's looking real bright. So thank you again, my love. We will be in touch real soon. And I know you guys are going to give it up. We're going to let her get back to those beautiful babies. I know she's had a long day, but if I know her, she's going to be working a little bit more. So we will be in touch.
All right, thank you. Love
Thank you
you guys.
so much. Love you. And you guys, I could not have said it any better. This has been TouchTone Tuesday Presents Tell Your Story with Miss Angela Charles. It has been my pleasure to be your host on tonight, Dr. Sheri Dark-Goudeau, as we bring more of these stories and we celebrate moments in our Black culture. Others call it Black History Month, but we're more than a month. We're a movement. And that is what you're seeing on tonight. So you guys have an amazing night. We will look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. And we're going to close with this beautiful picture that we have here. Ms. Charles, I think you saw that one a little bit earlier, but this is the next movement that you're going to see with a generated professional email account, courtesy of Miss Angela Charles. And so she has told us about changing the narrative. And we can all do this. Take care, guys. Be blessed.